Greetings of the day, everyone. As the following of the previous lecture video, we are going to discuss about the seed dropping behind the plow today. In this method, the seeds dropped manually in furrow just behind the plow. The crops recommended for the seed dropping behind the plow are as follows, such as sorghum, pearl millet, maize, and pulses. So the tools used here are country plow, and also it requires more of labor force. Then the seed rate here is medium, that is 20 to 40 kg per hectare. The spacing here followed is the irregular. Then the pros here are it is simple to use, and also it only uses the local tools, and the cons here is uneven spacing and also the very much labor intensive process, but it is best suitable for small farmers and also the animal drawn systems. For the next method, that means the transplanting. If we clearly see this picture, this is the method that that in the village they are used to follow like particularly for rice cultivation. The definition of transplanting are seedlings are grown in the nursery and then get transplanted into the main field. Not only for the rice, but also it will be suitable for the crops such as rice, tomato, chili, onion, tobacco, and cabbage. The steps here that we are following in the transplanting method are nursery. In nursery, it will take 25 to 40 days. Then, after the nursery stage, we will use to uproot it. While uprooting, we have to keep the roots wet. And also, after the uprooting method, like uprooting step, then we used to follow the planting. For each hill, we used to plant 2 to 4 seedlings per hill. For the spacing, for rice crop, we used to follow 20 by 15 centimeter. Then the pros are weed and pest control in nursery and also uniform stand. But in the cons, it requires higher labor. Transplanting shock might be happen. Transplanting shock means from the certain area, the crop is transplanted into the main area. So, quite environmental shock can be appear. That is known as the transplanting shock. So, in order to avoid the transplanting shock, many innovation methods can be mentioned, such as mat nursery, SRI method, like system of rice intensification method, and also the mechanical transplanter method. So the last and final crop planting method is the hill dropping, which means 2 to 4 seeds dropped in the hills at a fixed spacing, like the previous method dibbling, but in groups. Like 3 to 4 seeds are grouped and then made it into dump like a hill. So mostly it is suitable for the crops such as maize, cotton, and sunflower. The seed rate here is very low, that is 15 to 25 kg per hectare. The pros of this method is it ensures at least one plant per hill, which is good for germination issues. Like if we are planting 2 to 4, it is sure that we can ensure that at least one per hill will germinate. No germination issues will be occurring. Then the cons here is it needs thinning later, like thinning out of extra plant growth or extra outgrowth is needed in this method. So it is best suitable for erratic rainfall and the poor seed quality. So the next method is check row planting. That is not mentioned here, but in order to additionally, I would like to add up the check row planting method. In the check row planting method, the seeds are planted in rows in both the direction like a grid pattern, square. So major crops such as cotton, soybean and groundnut are used. The spacing which is used here is 60 by 60 centimeter or 90 by 90 centimeter. The tools here used are the marker for marking out and the dibbling or precision planter. For the pros, it is mentioned accurate plant population as it is grown in grid. So the accurate plant population is mentioned. But for cons, it requires higher skill and also it is very much time consuming. It is best suitable for higher value crops and also as we have undergone many researches, it is useful for the research plots. Hope you all understand about every crop planting methods. See you in next video. Thank you. Greetings.